Hello and welcome to this presentation of easyLog's CareLog Plus Care Home Management Software. The purpose of this presentation is really just to give you a sample overview of the breadth of functionality within the system, and also to show you very much how documents link together within the system. This is really a key design factor behind our software, because we realise that care is not done in isolation. A change to a risk assessment score should certainly lead perhaps to a change in the care plan, or certainly a review of the care plan. And likewise, something being recorded on as a daily note may well then lead to a health assessment being reviewed, or indeed lead to a care plan being reviewed as well. And this functionality and these links are all definable within the software, so that nothing is overlooked and all documents are very much linked together, so that you can take a truly holistic and person-centered approach to your management of the care process. A very good example of that straight away is on this screen here. What this is showing is a list of our current residents, and you see I have this button here called Care Plan. If I click on that, then we are looking at the care plans of Kathleen Brooks, shown to me all in one screen. I can scroll down and have a look at them. Now, these titles across the top here, identified needs, actions to achieve outcomes, and expected outcomes, goals, are definable by yourself. So you can call these column headings whatever you wish. So let's have a look at the breathing care plan. Let's click on edit, and we're taken through to this screen here where we can see more detail about the need, the actions, and the outcomes and goals. Notice we can assign a key worker per care plan, and also we can define our review period as well. In this case we've got it set as monthly. Now, the buttons here allow me to look at the last reviews of the breathing care plan, and here we can see the date and time of those reviews, who performed those reviews, the outcomes of those reviews as well as to what was actually recorded, and if anybody's made any additional comments, then that appears here as well. Now again, these evaluation here is definable by yourself. So if you need to change these, if you prefer not to have these particular sort of questions as part of your evaluation, then they can be changed. What you also have linked to here as well is care tasks. Now, care tasks are things that you wish to define that you feel perhaps need follow-up. So this would cause the carer or carers to be aware of things that they need to address in the coming days or weeks. It's entirely up to you. So this might be caused by things that you've come across in the review that may be causing concern, and you just like them to make sure that these things are being followed up. So hence you can see a definable list here of these various actions. Now this list again is entirely definable by you. Anywhere where there is a spanner symbol shown in the software means that there is a drop-down list that you can then add to, define and change as you so wish, obviously providing you have access to that, and it's permissible within the rights that you've been defined with. So it can be started from a certain time, it can go to an end time, or just be a one-off activity, and therefore it's never repeated, or you can repeat it a number of days, number of weeks, or it can be repeated every Thursday. That kind of flexibility is allowed for you within the system. So I'll cancel on that and close this, and we'll drop back to where we were. We'll close that, and then we come back to the care plan. And again, from here, I can maybe change the peer review, because my review suggests that maybe I'd like to drop the review period down to every 2 weeks, or indeed I'd like to add to the care plan. So perhaps we've now find that Kathleen is suffering from bronchitis, so we click on bronchitis, say OK to that, and notice then that bronchitis has been automatically added into her care plan. Now from here I can edit this wording to add extra things in if I so wish. If I'm not particularly comfortable with that standard text, I can change it some more. But let's just say I decide to keep that standard text. That's absolutely fine, and what I'll do is simply cancel out that, and which leaves me then back to the overall view of the care plans. I cancel again, and that takes you back to the screen where I originally came in. Okay, so let's look at some other functionality. As you notice here, we have an inquiry section, so that people that are interested in becoming a resident of your home can actually make an inquiry. This can be logged on into the software, and then a pre-assessment can actually be performed on the potential resident if you feel that's appropriate. Notice over here we have a list which is purely of pre-residents, i.e. ones that are interested in joining the home. If I click on that list, you can see then we can view current residents, former residents, i.e. ones that are left. Pre not taken up are residents that were interested initially, but now their interest has gone away. They may have joined another home, or indeed have passed on. So they are therefore have no interest in joining your home now. So we have an inquiry here with Gladys Monkton. We can see, if we edit the record, that the inquiry is made by her daughter-in-law. We have phone number details in there. She's a pre-resident, as I've already suggested. And also we can record the source of the inquiry as well. Again, the spanner symbol here says we can add to that list, obviously as appropriate, with local newspaper adverts, etc., as needed. What we can also do with this function is we can make inquiry notes. So I decide to add here. As you can see, you can record some notes perhaps on the visit that they made, the follow-up actions that we need to do, and also by when. Now this is a recurring theme within the software, is that any action that you need to perform in the future is prompted to you by means of what we call an alarm panel. That alarm panel is housed at the bottom of the screen here. Now I can drag that up now, and we can see various alarms appearing in here. Now the alarm panel is divided into various sections. We can see here, for example, this one is to do with HR, so there's things here about renewing training. This one here in the review diary is to do with care plans. And again, with the integration and linking theme that I've mentioned before, let's have a look at Kathleen Brooks again, who has a breathing care plan, and that review date has actually been reached. So what I do is click on that care plan there, that line, and then it takes me straight through to the care plan that we've seen before. It shows me the evaluation of that care plan, and if you remember, that evaluation there is entirely definable by you, so if you don't like those prompts and the drop downs that are then provided, then you can change those exactly to your own requirements. The care plan, as you've seen before, and we'll leave it alone. We've no need to do any further action with it, so I can cancel on it. So then we'll return back to the alarm panel. I'll just minimize that and close this presentation and say there are